What's going on, people? It's your man, be back once again. Big shout out to my doggy Clates Boxing for coming through and boosting up the coin. So, I wasn't even fixing to cover this fight, to be honest. Didn't even watch it. I've just seen some of the highlights. Opetaia has punched up. Another bum bites the dust, ultimately, folks. Let's get his resume up. I'm not going to lie to you. He probably is one of the better cruiserweights. Obviously, he's one of the better cruiserweights. He needs to fill Zerdo Ramirez in, though. He can really box. He's the bum slayer right now. Yeah, I've seen Joe Opetaia have two stinkers and got punched up in both fights, in my opinion. He won the fights, technically, because his first rounds he won. But he got down the back straight against washed up, what's his name? 50-year-old. The cruiserweight dude Usyk got touched by as well. What's his name? I've got his name now. I've got this one here, actually. He got in there with Briedis twice and went life and death. Yeah, literally two life and death fights for a 40-year-old man. Obviously, Briedis is a solid stock. But there's question marks for me. What happens when he has to fight a 30-year-old Briedis type dude, for example? What happens then? Because look here. He only won by 2 rounds in the second fight. In the first fight of Briedis, he won by one judge had it 1 round and two judges had it by 2 rounds. So he went life and death with 40-year-old Briedis. First fight, he got his jaw popped. Didn't want to fight. The second fight, he was coming for revenge, and he still ended up backpedaling and clinging on for his life. So I'm sorry, he's overrated for me. Yeah, he fought this guy David Nyika. What's Nyika done? What I don't get here about this hype behind Joe Opetaia is for David Nyika, who's had 10 fights. Where do they drag guys like that from? 10 what's he done? What's this Nyika cat done to get in there in 10 fights? What's he done? He must have knocked out a bunch of top level dudes. Who's he beat? Not even a beat. People, look, this is the type of caliber Opetaia be fighting. Yeah? 1-star dudes. Bum of the month campaigns. All 1-stars, all stinkers. This guy's had 10 fights which were all stinkers. Randoms, bums. He fought this guy here. He fought a cat called Tommy Capensey, who was 191 pounds for a 200 pound limit. That was this dude's last fight. So he's light in the back. Yeah. So he fought a man 20 pounds lighter than him. That's who David Nyika fought before he fought Joe Opetaia. Really? You're fighting a light heavyweight. That's what it is, right? I bet on fight night, Beterbia is probably 190. So you fought a light heavyweight. And then you're going in there with Jarpa Stinker. Yeah? And he went life and death, and even with this dude, even with his 10-0, apparently he won some bronze medal in the Olympics. That don't count for nothing, people. The Olympics is actually an omen at this point. You can't fight if you're in the Olympics, to tell the truth. Fraser Clark, no chin. AJ, no chin. Audley Harrison, useless. Who else we got? Listen, the amateur is a bad omen. That means you ain't really with it in the professional game. Ben Whittaker, bronze medalist, punched up by a dude who, a year and a half ago, I saw a picture of Liam Cameron. He was bulbous. If you thought Tyson Fury likes to dirty bulk, you wait till you see Liam Cameron. He looked like, in fact, I'm fixing to get up now. This is who, your bronze medalist who stays in shape 24/7. Got punched up by. Let's get up now. Whilst on the topic of Jai Oppa Stinker. Liam Cameron. I'm not knocking you. Take it how you want to take it, man. He's overrated at this point in time, for me. Yeah? He couldn't finish the dinner with 50-year-old Briedis. And he was getting punched up in the backgrounds both times. He was running and clinging on, seriously. The first fight, he hurt his jaw. What's your excuse in the second fight? You've got 30-year-old legs underneath you. Why are you getting backed up by 40-year-old Briedis? Unless you are sweet. Unless you are new age. Here we go, look. 16 months sober. So 16 months ago, look at this. 16 months ago, this is Liam Cameron.
The quote goes like this.
Look at this bulbous cat.
One day.
Yeah, look at this guy. The point is, all this amateur rubbish, if you can get off the couch and in 16 months punch up Ben Whittaker and want him jumping out the ring, right, that's fair to say. You can get off the couch looking like this and in 16 months break Olympic bronze medalist Ben Whittaker, Olympics is overrated, folks. I hate to break it to you. Obviously, there are anomalies who come from the Olympics that are good, but in the most part, they're useless. Tony Oka, gold medalist, useless, right? The common trend in recent history, you come out, especially in the heavyweights, you come out of the Olympics and you're useless. No good. Name me the last time there was a banger. AJ was a banger. He got popped once and didn't want no more from Mr. Blobby, Double Cheese Ruiz. So stop playing with me, man. Yeah, stop playing with me. Olympics is obviously YB. They did something you couldn't do. Of course, it's worth something. It's better than not getting a bean like the YB. But as far as the professional game goes, it's good for nothing. That's what this proves. Yeah, because this David Nyika guy who Stinker just fought Jai Stinker. He just fought him. He was Olympic bronze medalist. And what's he done though? What's the point going to the Olympics? How many years ago? It must have been damn near 4 years ago. What the fuck? What have you been doing, man? He must have gone to the 2020 Olympics. And then, 4 years later, he's had 10 stinking fights. Against bums. It's crazy, man. I remember in the first 4 years of a professional fighter, never mind one who's got a big amateur pedigree, you're supposed to be in and out. This here, yeah, in 4 years to have had, how many fights? In 4 years to have had 10 fights, that's like one fight every 6 months or 5 months. That's like a proper pro level. And the pros are lazy, to be honest. That's like world championship level. Even Usyk, he was unified level. He fought Dubois in August, Fury in February. He was looking to do Fury in December as well. Fury didn't want it. But what I'm saying is that Usyk's been somewhat active. A lot of faffing around from Tyson Fury, which has made him more inactive in certain spots. How can you come out of the Olympics and you've had one fight every 6 months? What are you doing? Against bums as well. It's not even like you need to recover. Oh, I've had a big fight and I need time to recover. You're just fighting bum of the mumps. These kind of cats here, back in the day, seriously, when Mike Tyson went on his run, I think he was fighting twice a month at some points. Literally, in and out. And that was Mike, who had not a lot of amateur background. So a guy with a lot of amateur background, what are you doing fighting once every... Look at this one here, look. He makes his pro debut, and he wins in the first round. Pro debut, wins in the first round against another light heavyweight. He's not back in the ring till 10 months later after a first round KO. That is shocking. He then gets back in the ring 10 months after his debut, his first round KO debut, and stops another guy within a round. He's then out the ring another 6-7 months. That is ridiculous. I'm sorry. Proper pathetic. And this is the guy Opetaia's fighting. Yeah, this jobber from wherever he's from. It's New Zealand jobber, man. This Kiwi jobber. This down under jobber. That's the truth here. I'm not interested in Olympics. I'm really not. The resume says it. Oh, people, if you was that much Olympics-ness, yeah, like, look at Lomachenko, and Lomachenko fought for a world title in 10 fights. And I'm not saying that's smart or not smart. But do something like that. Mix someone in there, right? You don't just do this here, fighting like heavyweights before your big fight. You're just about to get in there with Opetaia, Oppa Stinker, Oppa Life and Death on points with 50-year-old Briedis. You're just about to get in there with Jai, Life and Death, Stinker, clinging on Stinker, with 50-year-old Briedis. And your build-up fight is getting in there with a no-good light heavyweight, pumping him up. Really? I don't know what this guy was on. He talked the talk as well. I didn't believe it. I'm not going to lie. I didn't believe it. But even so, even as useless as that David Nyika cat is, watch this here. He rocks Jai up a stinker to his boots. And Jai ain't got no chops. I'm sorry. I've seen it now. Yeah, he came. People say it all the time. They say, oh, he fought hard to come through. They've always given this guy excuses. If you're a killer, yeah? A killer in my book, you come and finish your dinner. When you're in there with 50-year-old Briedis, finish your dinner, man. He didn't want to finish his dinner. He was clinging on. Fact. Watch the last 4 rounds of both fights. Opetaia don't want to fight no more. He don't want to fight no more. He's clinging on. He's running. Yeah. So Opetaia is a bully, in my opinion. He likes, if he can stick it all over you because you're a bum of the month, like this Nyika cat, Olympic bum of the month, he loves it. He's really hard. He walks straight forward. Why weren't you walking Briedis down like that, man? Yeah. Why was Briedis chasing you around the ring for? Make that make sense. Why would a 40-year-old man be chasing you around the ring if you really want to fight? So, Opetaia for me is a situational hard man. He's hard when he's in there with a bum, and he knows it. The minute he's in there with someone half alive, I mean, come on. I wouldn't call Briedis half alive. I'd lean towards he's half dead, right? That's in terms of his career. So Briedis is half dead. He still don't want to... What Opetaia saw was, okay, this guy isn't your average bum. Yeah? He's probably watched the Usyk fight and thought, okay, Briedis isn't your average bum. And that put the fear of God into him. And he's bottled it. He's had 24 rounds of Briedis and he bottled all of them, in my opinion. Bottled them. And hence, when he gets in there with someone decent again, he'll bottle it. Even this guy here, there's no good amateur cat. Watch him rock up a stinker down to his boots. Watch. Watch here. This Nyika cat clips him, and watch Opetaia's legs. Watch his legs now. Stanky legging. And he clings on. This is what I'm telling you, man. And you can say, well, YB, he came back from this, and he did this, and he did that. Yeah, okay, he did come back from it. This guy's no good. You saw this guy's light heavyweights. So a light heavyweight dude clipped up a stinker, and he had the stanky leg. Watch the stanky leg. Just watch the stanky leg. Watch. Watch the stanky. Get ready. So there's a jab lands, straight right hand, left hook as well. And now watch. Focus on Opetaia's legs. Pause. See that bowing out? It's like a stiff leg. He put him stiff. And now Upper Stinker's clinging on. So Upper Stinker's an accident waiting to happen. Yeah, he looks dangerous versus bums. Now we stopped this guy, this amateur cat, David Nyika. He stopped him today. So whatever. People will be, oh my god, look at the comments. They're like, oh, this guy is the best thing I've ever seen in my life, man. He's so good. I don't see it, man. He's hard versus bums. I called that a while ago as well. I said that I don't watch his fights because he's good versus bums. I'm not even saying Ramirez will go in there and we'll find out what he's really about. I guarantee this. He ain't stopping Ramirez. How about that? He won't stop Ramirez. Yeah. And I think it's disgraceful, really, that why is Opetaia fighting these dudes here? I guess it's a derby, innit? They're both New Zealanders or something like that. They're both from down under. Oh, it's a derby. You got Australia versus New Zealand. So that's the appeal. I'm not interested. I've seen too many of these ones now. I've seen too many of these type of fights from Upper Stinker. Yeah. He picks on people who ain't that level. That makes sense. That's what he's good at doing. Although the cruiserweight division, how many people are there, to be fair? It's not that dense. It's not like there's a whole bunch of the B-level dudes. It's either you're a complete stinker or you're Roberto Ramirez type level. That's the fight that's being talked about being next, and we'll find out again. We'll find out. I think Ramirez was weight drained. God knows how he made 168. I think Ramirez was completely drained out of boots. He got boxed up by Bivol, but I think he was blowing. He's a big dude. He doesn't look small at cruiserweight, so he must have been killing himself. Ramirez can box as well. And that'll be interesting. I guarantee you this. But I won't want to fight with Ramirez. I don't believe. Ramirez isn't a big puncher, but Ramirez is lanky. I think he's 6'3" as well. Upper Stinker's only what? Upper Stinker is 6'2", so they're about the same height. Not that height matters anyway. This big lanky New Zealand oaf. He just punched up David Nyika. He was a big oaf, and big useless oaf. 6'6", useless oaf. Yeah. And he got punched up. But he did rock. I showed you already, man. I showed you the clip. He did rock Upper Stinker down to his boots. He just couldn't finish his dinner. This other guy. Opetaia knows what he's doing. He knows how to cling on as well. He ain't got no shame like that. If you clip him, he'll cling on to you. Watch Briedis. Yeah, watch that fight. That's what really turned me off with him. The rematch. I watched the first fight and wasn't impressed. I watched the rematch and I thought, okay, I'll give him a chance because he said he's going to do this old Briedis, washed up, old as you like Briedis, some serious arm. I turn it on. He's stinking the place out for the first 7-8 rounds. Just boring, man. Just faffing around. And then Briedis starts turning the heat up and he don't want nothing to do with the fight. Nothing at all. Literally. He don't want nothing to do with the squabbles with Briedis. And I thought, nah, man, that's whack. You sold us on The bill of goods you sold us was that, yep, he broke my jaw and I'm proper filling this old dude in. He's old as you like, man. You ain't going to get a better chance. And Briedis is 40 years old, Jai. Yeah? You ain't going to get a better chance. Not only did you cling on, you didn't come to fight, but yet you're in there with these bums and you're looking really dangerous and whatever. You got clipped anyway, man. Obviously, boxing, you do get clipped, but I'm not sold on his chin. His legs went stiff. It's an accident, and his legs went stiff against an amateur dude. His 10-0 bum slayer. Yeah? His legs went stiff and he kind of stumbles forward. His chin ain't all there. People talking about heavyweight, man. I've never seen, to be fair to Usyk, I've never seen Usyk's legs get bowed. Yeah? Opetaia gets hit with a two-piece here, and he looks like Dillian White. He's on stilts. Watch. I think it's here. Watch his focus on Opetaia's legs. 1-2. There's the 1-2 that lands. Now watch Opetaia's legs. See that there? He stamps out and he's just stiff as a board. He's clinging on now. That's what he does best. Opetaia loves clinging on, man. He loves clinging on. He came back fighting, but this is what I'm saying to you, man. It's easy to do. When you're in control of a fight and you're confident and you know this guy's an amateur stinker, an amateur bum. As I've told you with the record, this David Nyika just fought pure bums, pure light heavyweight bums. That's not my opinion, that's the truth. His last fight was against a light heavyweight bum. Yeah, it was not like a final eliminator type fight. It's a complete bum. So when you can be confident. Oh, my legs have gone stiff, but I got control here. I know what I'm doing. Where was that? He didn't have that same energy with Briedis. He didn't want nothing to do with the squabbles with Briedis. He didn't. He wanted absolutely nothing to do with the squabbles. So I see. Here's the final KO as well. He did put him cold. Let's find the cold KO somewhere. He puts him cold. Yeah, he slept him. Here we go. Big, massive. Oh, there it was. That's the shot there. That's the shot there that put him to sleep. That's crazy. I might have twisted his neck round as well, because Opetaia is putting his left hook in. And dude's neck's going, wait there a minute, I'm confused. Is that right? How's his neck? He's put the left hook in. So that left hook is going to push his neck round more, innit? So it's almost like, I want to see what happens to his neck now. Because if you administer force to the head there, it's going to create... It's going to want the head to spin around like a zombie. No, proper. Oh, he put him out. He was never going to end well for him. He was proper slept. He was sleeping, man. He's sleeping it off. And this really... I got to say this about the governing bodies. They've got to be more diligent with what they're doing. Yeah. You shouldn't be putting people in there like Opetaia. What's he done? He's supposed to earn these positions. It's dangerous putting these type of cats in there who have fought washed up no good light heavyweight. They're not even washed up. They're just no good. Name me one light heavyweight you know what you see on this resume. Not even one half a name. There's not even a bit of a name on there. There's no names at all. 1 stars. No good. What are you doing putting an alleged 5-star Opetaia? Oh, the pound for pound, he's going to go up there and have a go on all the cruiserweights. People, put him in there with Danny D. Danny D will punch Opeta's head off. Yeah, if this amateur slapper, David Nyika, can get you with stiff legs, the ball will pop you with a jab and he'll... Come on, you couldn't even walk through 50-year-old Briedis. You man have lost your damn mind. That's because Usyk's gassed you man up. You couldn't even finish your dinner with Briedis. What you could do with Daniel? Oh, let's say all these talk sport dudes. Oh, the heavyweight division's on notice now. Opeta's coming up. What's he gonna do in front of Bacoli? But get him. I'll tell you what. Get in there with Bacoli, man. Turkey put the money up. Get him in there with Bacoli. Yeah, and we'll see what whoop-de-whoop. We'll see what the whoop-de-whoop's about. Get him in there with Danny D or Bacoli. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Cling on like he did with Briedis for 24 rounds. Oops. You couldn't even manhandle Briedis. He's 40 years old. What are you going to do, Danny D? What are you going to do with 280 pounds of inside fightingness? Martin, Imad, Bacoli, nothing. Opetaia will do. He wants to stay at cruiserweight. That's where he's safe there. He don't want to come to heavyweight. Not for serious fights. He don't want to come to heavyweight for serious fights. He might, listen, if you give him a Tyson Fury fight or the AJ fight, he'll be all over it because they're no good. But your proper fights, he don't want that. He don't. He's learnt enough from the Briedis fight to know, yeah, there's a reason he's fighting his level, man. There's a reason he's picked this dude. Yeah, it fits his narrative. Oh, I'll have a homecoming, I'll knock out a Derby New Zealander, and it will all be great. That's his whole career, Opetaia. That's all he does. It's like bums. It's like honestly, he's like Tank Davis. And if this Ramirez fight don't come off, it's not because of Ramirez either. Yeah? If this Ramirez fight don't come off, it's not because of Ramirez. It'll be because Joe Opestinka wants to pick some more poor New Zealand boys. Pause. He'd be doing this. Like Jack Massey, to his credit, I mean, I did say that. I did bad, put a 10 on Jack Massey. I thought it might be hard. But listen, there was levels to Massey, man. Yeah, these aren't world title dudes, these are British level dudes. Jordan Thompson, British level. What is he doing? Where's all the world level? The one world level dude he fought was 50 years old. And he went life and death. 50-50 fights, could have gone either way. Some people say Briedis won that second fight. Oops. Some people say he won the first fight. That's the best you can do against world level. Life and death with a 50-year-old man. There's not one of a name. Opetaia has had 30 fights. It's like Wilder almost. He's had 30 fights. And there's not one other world level dude. The one dude he fought who was 50 years old, he went life and death with. There's not one other one. How many more fights do you need? How long has he been world champion for? He's been world champion. Okay, it's only been 2.5 years. That's enough years though, ain't it? How many more years do you need? Unifications supersede mandatories. So he should have been put it on these men. And said, listen, I'm not sure if you need both sides to agree to a unification though. It should really be ordered. If one side wants it, it should be fulfilled that way. Either way, Ramirez has got both belts now. Neither man has nowhere to go. There's no way Ramirez is going to heavyweight at this point. Opestinka, there's no way he's going to heavyweight either. I'm not sure. For me, I'd lean towards Opestinka because of the hype. That's the only reason. I will not be shocked at all. I'll see the odds. If Opestinka comes in like a 6-1 favourite over Ramirez, which is probably likely, given all the hype, I'll put some money on Ramirez. Because Ramirez can really box. And I've seen Opestinka. I don't know, I see something in him, that's for sure. And if he ever dares to come to heavyweight, I really do hope Opestinka, comes up and smokes Ramirez. And then they build it up to heavyweight. Because he will get his back blown out. Oh, I be Opestinka's a 5-1 favourite over Danny Dubois. Oops. I'm taking that all day and night. Even if it's 50-50, I'm taking it all day and night. Bigly as well. What's he going to do, man? What's he going to do? Nothing. He'll do nothing. That's what he'll do. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, like off the bell, 100%. There's no doubt about this. Some people stop it.